I mean, I eat 10,000 calories a day, I never exercise, and I have abs. Hey guys, welcome to the video. Well, before we get started to the tips, I want to thank my sponsor, FnK Concept, for sponsoring the show of the day. You can check them out on Shopee or Lazada. As you can see in the title, I'm going to talk about how I have abs. Well, everyone's definition of having abs is pretty different. Some people think like you need to shred at 6 or 8 pack. Some people think if it's pretty visible and you can see some sort of lines and shape, I guess you know you have abs. My abs looks kind of like this. I don't know if that means that I have abs, but I think, using my 4 eyes, it's pretty visible. So I'm going to share with you the secret to having abs. Well, the secret actually is to have this magic pill. If you eat it, it's going to burn thousands of calories. I mean, I eat 10,000 calories a day, I never exercise, and I have abs. Well, of course, I'm joking. The only reason I would say something like that would probably be because I want Coach Greg Doucette to bash me up in his YouTube channel so that I can get famous from there. But hey, let's not misinform the public. Let's get to serious business. Well, before I share the tips, if you do not already have abs right now and you do not eat in a caloric deficit, there's a zero chance that you'll be seeing those abs. So what I want to say is that my tips won't get you abs, but my tips will allow you to more easily be in a caloric deficit so that you can see those abs. Number 1, you want to be doing lots of cardio. Well, for me, I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't train to necessarily build muscles. Like, I want to build muscles, but I don't want to be jacked, you know. I'm a badminton player, so usually for me, I'm not too worried about the amount of cardio I'm doing. I mean, I'm playing pretty competitive badminton many times a week, so I'm doing a lot of cardio right there. And other than that, I jog, I bike, I skip a lot. I enjoy doing cardio, and honestly, cardio is the best way to be burning off those calories. So if you want to burn more calories so that you can eat more or get abs or just be in a caloric deficit, you know, do your cardio. Don't skip the cardio. And pro tip, choose something that you enjoy. For me, I'm not a big fan of running, biking, or skipping, or anything else like that, but I big time love badminton. Like, I would never skip badminton training or badminton sessions. So badminton for me, it's like, sign me up. It's free cardio, I enjoy it, I enjoy playing, I enjoy thinking, I enjoy analyzing the games, enjoy watching the game. Choose a form of cardio, a form of exercise that you enjoy so that you can stick to it in the long term. Tip number 2, you want to lift weights. Well, as I said in the previous tip, I'm no bodybuilder, but of course you want to build muscles as well, because with muscles, your metabolism is going to increase, which means that you're going to burn off more calories. Burning off more calories, easier to be in a caloric deficit, which means that you're going to have those abs more easily. Sounds like a no-brainer to me. And also, you look good with muscles. If you wouldn't want to be skinny and, you know, have abs but, you know, very skinny. I'm not body shaming here, but it just seems like people would not want to be overly skinny without any muscles. I mean, it's just how it is nowadays. If you want to be skinny, more power to you. But for most people that I know of personally, that's not the case. Tip number 3, you want to be smarter in terms of food selection. So for me, I usually go for food that's high in fiber, high in protein, because it tastes good, it makes you fuller, it's low in calories. So it makes you more easily be in a caloric deficit. And again, caloric deficit abs gonna show over time. Tip number 4, this is, I think, really important, but if you don't want to use it, then I don't know, it's up to you. You want to learn how to count calories. You can use applications like MyFitnessPal or just Google so that you have an idea of how food looks like. And once you know calories, you want to measure the food as well. So you know what amount of food is equivalent to what amount of calories. And once you have an idea about what calories are and how many calories you need, you can adjust your caloric intake accordingly. You can kind of adjust your food intake appropriately. From my knowledge, you can't just key in your information online and be like, hey, I need 1,527 calories to have abs. But what you can do is that eat a certain amount of calories and then track your weight each day. And then at the end of the week, you take the median weight of that week and then look at your weekly median weight to see if you're gaining weight, losing weight, or maintaining your weight. And then from there, you can adjust your calories accordingly. According to my sensei, Greg Doucette, you want to lose about 1 to 0.5% of your body weight every week. So that's what I'm doing right now. For me, I don't even count calories right now because I've been counting calories for a while now, so I kind of know what the calories are. And how do I know? Let's go to tip 5. Also, some people think this is the most difficult tip, but learn to cook, man. Once you learn to cook, there are so many benefits. You can be creative with creating the food that you want, and most importantly, it's for convenience. Because if you're gonna cook, you're definitely gonna measure your food. Well, at least I'm gonna measure my food. So, because for my recipes, I just follow the measurements that I usually follow, and then because I've been cooking for so long, I kind of know how many calories are in each of these recipes. So for me, I don't really have to count the calories anymore. But of course, you can't just not count the calories when you start unless you're like a genius. When you start, you want to count the calories as meticulously as possible. But over time, you're gonna get used to it, and then from there, you don't gotta count the calories. You just gotta track your weight. That's what I do anyway. It's kind of like my wraps. My wraps are about 450 for 2 of them, so I know it's 450. If I have 3 meals on that day and it's all 450, I know the total, like 450 times 3. Well, 450 times 3, you do the math, I don't know. When you learn to cook, you know the measurements, you can get creative, you can cook what you want. And honestly, outside food, they are usually packed with a lot of calories, and chances are you're gonna gain a lot of weight and not be in a caloric deficit. If anything, it's gonna make you be in a caloric surplus, which is making you further away from seeing those abs. Well, these are my 5 tips of how to get abs. I guess everybody is different. I'm no professional. I'm just a guy who exercises and who cooks and who enjoys doing cardio, so. But I don't know, share your thoughts. Comment in the comment section so I can learn new things. One pro tip though, if you want to be healthy and learn more knowledge, watch videos by Coach Greg Doucette. He's my sensei. I've been watching him for about 1.5 years now. And most of the things I learned about health and fitness is from him. I learned recipes from him. So I learned those recipes, I make those recipes, and then I modify accordingly because sometimes I don't have the products, sometimes I don't like how the things taste, so I just, adjust accordingly. Make sure it's low in calories, good in taste, large in volume, easier way to be in a caloric deficit, easier way to see those abs without suffering too much, and then you're set. And that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember to check out FnK Concept if you're interested on Shopee or Lazada. And yeah, until next time, I'm out.